Salvete discipuli. In today's lesson, we will explore a story in which Caecilius, Felix, and Quintus go on a boar hunt at Mount Vesuvius. There is danger in the air because a boar is an extremely fierce creature. Okay, so this story picks up exactly where we left off. The word postridie here, the following day, is referring to the day after all of the incidents with Felix telling the werewolf story at the dinner party, and then, of course, the incident in which the friend Decans was killed by Pugnax, the ghost of a dead gladiator. And there will be a reference to that coming up. You have some vocabulary provided, and also you can look up any other words you don't know using the dictionary link. You're not going to turn this story in, but use translating this sentence by sentence as we go, pausing as necessary, just as an opportunity to practice your translation skills. Postridie Felix ad tablinum venit, Caecilius eum ad venationem invitavit. The following day, Felix came to the study. Caecilius invited him to a hunt. So venationem is a noun meaning like a hunt. Okay, there is also a verb based on this root which means to hunt, but this is a noun. Ingens aper, inquit Caecilius, in monte Vesuvio latet. A huge boar, said Caecilius, lies hidden on the mountain. Now, we have a good English word worth knowing related to latet, to lie hidden. We have an adjective latent, L-A-T-E-N-T. Latent means something that is kind of lying hidden. Usually, you might refer to it as somebody has a latent talent, meaning they don't know it, but like they're really good, say, at art, okay? They've never even tried art. If they were to try it, then wow, this person's so good. It was a latent talent. Now, just to give you an idea of what a boar is the same species as a domesticated pig. However, it is much hairier, bigger, and also much more dangerous. Amici mei hunc aprum saepe viderunt, animal tamen est ferox, amici eum numquam caeperunt. My friends often have seen this boar. The animal, however, is fierce. The friends have never captured it. Okay, now, eum in some contexts, if we're referring to a person, we might say him. Okay, like if you said, I went to the forum, my friend was there, I saw him, you would say eum, and you would translate it as him. It's only because this is referring to an animal that I'm translating it as it. Because aprum is a masculine noun, and then it has eum is the him, or in this case, it. Ego venator fortissimus sum, respondit Felix, gladiatorem mortuum fortasse timeo. I am a very brave hunter, responded Felix. Perhaps I am afraid of a dead gladiator. Okay, so he's referring to the incident last night. You ought to be afraid of a dead gladiator if it can kill you. Okay, fortis means brave. But when we add this issimus ending, then it means very whatever. Okay, we have another example of that coming up. Aper vivus tamen me non terret, sed cur tu quintum ad venationem non invitas, num quintus aprum timet? A living boar, however, does not frighten me. But why do you not invite Quintus to the hunt? Surely Quintus is not afraid of a boar. Okay, so this word num creates a question that expects the answer no. Okay, so notice how in English sometimes I can say, is Caecilius at home? Okay, that's just a straight question. The answer could be yes, the answer could be no. All right, I could phrase that same question in such a way that it seems to be leading you toward an answer. I could say, Caecilius isn't home, is he? Okay, and it's still a question, but it almost like wants you to say, oh, of course he's not home. Or I could say, Caecilius is at home, isn't he? Then you want to say, oh yeah, of course he is. Okay, so num creates a question that expects the answer no. So when we say, surely Quintus is not afraid of a boar, they go, oh, of course not. Why would Quintus be afraid of a boar? Caecilius igitur filium vocavit, Quintus laetissimus venabulum longum cepit, et cum patre et liberto ad venationem contendit. Caecilius therefore called his son. Now I have his here in parentheses in the English because there's nothing in the Latin. The context makes it clear that he called his own son, and so you don't have to say his son, but in Latin. But in English you might want to add it. Quintus, very happy. So again, laetus means happy. Laetissimus means very happy. Quintus, very happy, took a long hunting spear and hurried ad venationem to the hunt, cum patre et liberto, with his father and the freedman. Same thing here. Okay, context makes it clear that it's his own father that he's hurrying to the hunt with. This is a venabulum, okay? It's basically a knife on a stick, okay? And you would throw that, and because a military spear usually has like just one long, slender point, but if you're trying to kill a boar, you want like a major blade to go into that animal. Multi servi et multi canes aderant, omnes ad montem processerunt ubi aper latebat. Many slaves and many dogs were there. Everyone proceeded to the mountain where the boar was lying hidden. So now I'm translating, latet was is lying hidden. Now latebat, imperfect tense, was lying hidden. Servi postquam aprum conspexerunt clamorem fecerunt. The slaves, after they caught sight of the boar, made an uproar. You see, what they're trying to do, they're trying to flush the boar out of its hiding place so that then when it comes running out, the people with the spears are going to have a shot to throw at the boar. Aper ferox, quod clamorem audivit, impetum fecit. The fierce boar, because he heard the uproar, made an attack. Now, again, just to show you how big a boar can get, okay? And by the way, if you've never seen a domesticated pig, they can be this same size too, okay? They are very big animals when they become adults. Felix venabulum emisit, sed aprum non percussit. Felix threw his hunting spear, but did not hit the boar. Libertus, quod ad terram decidit, clamavit, eheu, aper me petit. The freedman, because he fell to the ground, shouted, oh no, the boar attacks me. He's actually in a very precarious situation here, okay? If the boar actually gets to him, the boar has tusks, believe it or not. A domesticated pig would as well, but they usually like cut them off, okay? If that boar with his tusks, which are kind of these like, they point out the sides of his mouth, if he were to basically start to like thrash his head and hit Felix with his mouth, he's going to basically cut Felix's gut wide open and kill him instantly. Felix is in serious trouble here. Quintus fortiter processit, et venabulum suum emisit, ecce aprum transfixit. Felix bravely stepped forward and threw his hunting spear. Look, he pierced the boar. Ingens aper, ad terram mortuus decidit. The huge boar fell to the ground dead. Okay, so just be aware, one of the main reasons you have to read this story is this is not the last time in our Cambridge series stories that someone is going to have to throw a spear to hopefully save another person's life. Now, when this picture first appeared, it was quite the sensation because it seemed to imply that a boy in, I believe it was Texas, had killed a world record-sized boar. It was later determined that this picture is a type of a fraud. The kid is actually not leaning on the boar as it appears he is. The kid is actually leaning on a pile of rocks like 10 to 15 feet away from the boar. The picture was like framed and designed to make it look like a huge boar. They claimed in retrospect that they were never trying to commit fraud and claim that he had a world record boar, that it was all a big joke. Euge, clamavit Caecilius, olim Felix quintum servavit, nunc filius meus Felicem servavit. Hooray, shouted Caecilius. Once Felix saved Quintus. Now my son has saved Felix. So remember, Felix saved Quintus when he was a baby and those thieves were going to kidnap him. And now Quintus has been able to repay the favor. He has saved the life of Felix.